How to identify the underlined digit in a number. To identify the underlined digit in a number, you have two steps. 1. Determine if it is a whole number or a decimal digit. 2. Say the digit and its place value. To determine if it's a whole number or decimal digit, we have to look at whether it comes before or to the left of the decimal, or if it comes after or to the right of the decimal. If we have a number with a decimal before the decimal is our whole number, we want to identify the ones place value, which is the first number before the decimal, and count up from there. Ones, tens, hundreds. If the number comes after the decimal, we want to find the tenths place value, that's directly after the decimal, and count up going to the right. Tenths, hundredths, thousandths. Get that THS in there. Let's look at some examples. I have the number 843 and 483 thousandths. In each of these numbers, we have to identify first if it is a whole number or a decimal number underlined. In the first number, the 3 before the decimal is underlined. That means it's a whole number. So we need to start at the ones place value and count up going to the left. Ones is our underlined. So this is 3 ones. Let's look at the number directly below. We have 3 after the decimal underlined. That means it's a decimal number. We need to identify our tenths place value and count up going to the right, making sure all of our words end in th. Here is the tenths digit. Now counting up to the right. Tenths, hundredths, thousandths. This is 3 thousandths. Look at the number below it. The 8 after the decimal is underlined. That means it's a decimal digit. We need to find the tenths place value and count up to the right, ending in th for each place value. We found our tenths place value after the decimal. Now we're going to count up, going to the right. Tenths, hundredths. This number is 8 hundredths. Let's look at the column to the right. Can you figure out what each underlined place value is? Remember, determine first if it is a whole number or decimal number underlined. If it's a whole number, identify your ones place value. If it's a decimal place value, identify your tenths place value. If it's a whole number, start with ones and count up to the left. If it's a decimal place value, start with your tenths and count up to the right, ending in th. Did you get that this first number is a decimal? It is 4 tenths. Did you get that the second number is a whole digit? It is 8 hundredths. Did you get that this last number is a whole digit? It is 4 tens. Do remember, if it's a whole number, it's before the decimal. Start with ones and count up to the left. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands. If it's a decimal place value, start with your tenths and count up. Tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 10,000ths. Remember, there's only one ones, no partner in the fraction.